collision. Yeah. Oh my. It was top shelf over the blocker. What a great play.
He centers, pump and score! Quick! How did he do that?
Marshawn's in the line.
Another shot, they score! And Letterman came in right there! The Orange Bicycle!
Hi, I'm Billy Jaffe, and I am here to welcome you all to the Warrior Hockey Global Summit for 2021. Over the course of the next hour, you'll hear from several different folks within the Warrior organization from both North America and abroad. They'll provide updates on the state of the business, share some of last year's success stories, and give a look into the 2022 upcoming product lines for player, goalie, and apparel. I'll guide these conversations, and I'm going to have a special Q&A a little bit later to leave you all as informed as possible on the current and future state of Warrior hockey. So let's get started. First up, we have a few words from Warrior CEO Cindy Abbott.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Billy, for the introduction. Welcome, and thank you for joining the Warrior Hockey Virtual Summit today. As always, we appreciate the opportunity to connect with you, our valued partners, and for your continued commitment and partnership with our brand and associates. I would like to take the opportunity today to provide you with some strategic updates on our business that have occurred over the last year. Our ongoing partnerships with the Bruins, Kings, Canadiens, and Wild, as well as our high-caliber roster of NHL athletes, has continued to propel strong momentum with our brand in the global marketplace. Our unwavering commitment to growth of the brand has led us to renewed long-term partnerships with the ECHL and SPHL in North America, and we are extremely excited with the restart of the Champions Hockey League this August in our international market. Additionally, in collaboration with our parent New Balance, we have engaged in a new long-term partnership with Boston College. These elite partnerships allow us to showcase our products and services across a wide demographic of players while generating demand for our products at retail. In 2021, we have continued to explore opportunities to develop the breadth of our brand globally. We have initiated a strategic plan to enhance our reach with female athletes. These long-range plans commence with the development of relationships within the women's hockey community to connect, engage, and resonate with these athletes. Additionally, we have engaged with several new partners who will license our brand to create products which will enhance our existing product line. These regional partners will bring new Warrior branded products to market, expanding our reach to consumers and areas outside of our core competencies. 2021 has presented a unique set of challenges within the global supply chain. At Warrior, with our investment in North American-based manufacturing capabilities, we are in a unique situation which allows us to supply our customers with internally developed and manufactured products on short lead times. For all other products, we continue to be committed to full and on-time delivery of orders by leveraging the extensive global supply chain relationships of our parent, New Balance. As delivery schedules materialize, we will provide transparency to you regarding product availability. We appreciate your understanding and support as we navigate these uncertain times. Finally, I am pleased to announce that we have secured a partnership with North Point Development to design and build our new corporate headquarters in Shelby Township, Michigan. In coordination with the New Balance Development Group, we have engaged in a 12-year lease, which will commence in 2022 on a build-to-suit property. This footprint will allow us to house our entire Michigan operation under one roof, facilitating continued internal collaboration and prime meeting space for future customer and supplier visits. Thanks again for joining us today and allowing the opportunity for our team to provide you with additional insight into our plans for the 22-23 selling season. We are humbled by your continued commitment to the success of our brand, and we look forward to working with you to enhance and develop our partnership together. All the best for a prosperous back to hockey season. Now, I'll turn the stage back over to Billy.
Thanks, Cindy. I'm sure you are excited to bring everyone together in that slick new office space. Next up, we are going to get into the product and marketing portion of the show. You're going to hear from product managers across all categories as they show you some of the latest and greatest from the upcoming 2022 lineup. First up, we have Rob Gill. Rob is the product manager for all player categories. Rob, why don't we start with the new lineup of Covert sticks?
Thanks, Billy. As Billy said, I'm here to give you a more detailed look into what we have done on the 2022 Covert stick line. I will talk about the graphics we chose and some of our key tech features like our edge taper, Fuel Core Ultra Blade, and RLC. These are just a few of the things that will make our 2022 Covert QR5 line of sticks stand apart from the competition. Before we jump into the graphics and tech features of the Covert stick line, an important change for us in 2022 is the new naming of the sticks. We moved this year into calling our line the Covert QR5 line of sticks. What that 5 stands for is the fact that it is our 5th generation of QR sticks. This Covert QR series of products has been unbelievably successful, and it's incredibly popular with players of all skill levels. So it's a bit of a milestone for us that we really wanted to call it out and make it known that this is our 5th generation of QR products. So moving on from there, let's move into the graphics on the stick. On the Covert QR5 line of sticks, one of the things that you'll really notice is a big, bold Warrior logo sitting right there in the middle of your hands on the shaft of the stick. It's on both sides of the shaft, so whether the player is right-handed or left-handed, you're always going to see that big Warrior hit, and it's going to be right there in front and center. Really helping to highlight that Warrior logo is a nice big, bold color pop around it. So on the QR5 Pro, for example, we're using that bright orange that you're used to seeing on our Covert line of sticks. It really hits you right in the face, and it really helps to draw a lot of attention to that Warrior logo. What you will see throughout the lineup is that we alternate the colors. We use orange on QR5 Pro, the QR520 is blue, and we alternate that throughout each model of stick. Moving down from that part of the stick to the taper zone, you'll see that it's really quiet through that area. And this really comes from a lot of conversations with NHL players and other pro players in different leagues. And really just that high-end elite level of player. They really like a nice quiet looking stick down through the lower half. Not a lot to look at and not distracting when stick handling, taking shots, and catching passes. Still focusing in that taper area, another really cool feature on the QR5 series of sticks, and especially on that QR5 Pro stick, is that the whole taper area has a matte finish to it. And what you'll notice is that all that area through there, the black that you see is actually the visible materials. So that is the actual carbon fiber that the stick is made out of. The matte finish, while not necessarily a performance feature, really offers a great contrast in the taper zone from the top half of the shaft. It looks unbelievable on ice, and even more so, it looks incredible in the store. So sitting on a stick rack in a shop, the QR5 sticks are really going to stand out and really catch a lot of attention of any customer that may be walking by. Looking at the sides of the taper zone, one of the things that we really wanted to try to do was highlight one of the biggest technical features on our Covert series of sticks, and that's the edge taper. We've done that by using chrome stripes through the sides of the taper, starting really close to the blade and working its way up the shaft. That'll really help make the edge taper stand out. We also use some chrome for the Covert logo that sits right there beneath the bottom hand. The last thing I really want to talk about when it comes to the graphics on our QR5 series of sticks is the underside of the taper. This is really my favorite graphic feature on the stick this year. And what we did is we have these curved stripes that start near the middle of the stick and work their way down to the blade. It offers a cool visual effect when looking at the stick in this way. Something that we all see every hockey game that you watch on television is that shot of players sitting on the bench holding their sticks with the blade up in the air. This feature of our graphic will really make our sticks stand out compared to the rest of the sticks on the bench.
Those graphics look great, Rob. Tell us more about the makeup of the stick and some of the technical features.
When talking about our Covert QR5 line of sticks, I think you have to start with our edge taper. Our edge taper is something that is completely unique to us as a brand. It's a 6-sided angular taper that we use, and it creates an ultra low kick point on our stick. So with Covert, what we really talk about is a quick release, and that's what the QR stands for in QR5. The edge taper is what provides that super quick release on shots and on passes. What's really cool with the edge taper is actually the fact that it was created to make the stick a lot stronger torsionally, meaning in the twist of the blade. Another really big key to the taper design on a Covert series of sticks is there's no wasted energy in the flex. So when a player is taking a shot or making a pass, you want the stick to flex and release straight through the puck to the target. And that's exactly what the edge taper provides. Something else that doesn't get talked about enough is that we use our edge taper on every stick in the Covert line. Unlike what you see in other parts of the market where you only get that exciting tech feature on the high-end elite model, we provide that high-performance edge taper feature on every model from the elite QR5 Pro all the way down to the entry-level QR550. Another major focus for Covert this year was weight reductions throughout the entire lineup. It's always a tricky line to walk with hockey sticks. Reducing weight doesn't always mean that the product will perform better. So for our team, it's critical that if we're going to cut weight, it is to genuinely make the product better. We feel very strongly that these are huge improvements, not just on our QR5 Pro, but all the way down to our opening price point stick, and are done in a way to make our sticks perform better at every level. To take that a step further, in 2022, you will see that we continue to bring sticks to the market that are truly elite level weights and constructions and offering them at a mid-level price point.
That all sounds really exciting. How do you guys manage to accomplish that?
I'll start with our construction process, and more specifically on the high end, I'm talking about RLC 188. And what RLC stands for is Revolutionary Lightweight Construction. For 2022, we have a new layup in the shaft of the stick, which allowed us to pull some materials out of the shaft to reduce the weight. We use unidirectional carbon fiber. It's our highest grade carbon fiber. We combine that with the most advanced resins and the most advanced processing technologies to provide an extremely lightweight and extremely durable product. Taking that a step further, RLC really speaks to our construction process of our sticks. Our focus is to provide the most well-balanced, best-feeling hockey stick to each individual player. So whether you're using our QR5 Pro or our QR550, that balance, feel, and playability doesn't change. So whether it's the highest level of stick all the way down to the truly entry-level product, that balance point stays exactly the same, and that feel and playability stays exactly the same. Now adding to that, we have a brand new blade design that has never been used in our Covert line of sticks at the high end. And this also adds to the huge weight reduction. And that's what keeps the stick really well balanced. We were able to pull almost 10 grams out of our shaft compared to the QR8010 and nearly 10 grams out of the blade too. The way we did that on our QR5 Pro is with our Fuel Core Ultra blade. This is an entirely redesigned blade for Covert. We now go from what used to be 2 ribs that ran down the center of the blade to one new, more slightly larger and significantly stronger rib surrounded with our polymer core that will provide phenomenal pop on your shots and passes while still providing that superior feel for the puck. We also increased the amount of material around the edges of the blade to really keep it strong and durable. We have wrapped the blade in our Minimus Carbon 25 layering. This is to help reduce blade fatigue. While a blade that has a softer feel for the puck while stick handling and catching passes is ideal, you don't want a blade that feels dead. Our blade's core, combined with the Minimus Carbon 25 layering, ensures that the blade will keep its life longer than ever before.
Rob, you have referenced Minimus Carbon a few times. I would have failed that class in high school. Could you explain a little more what that is?
Minimus Carbon is the name of the material that we use to build our sticks. We use it to describe the actual visible material that you're seeing when looking at the stick. So on most of our sticks, you will see that we use Minimus Carbon UD callout. UD stands for unidirectional. And what we've really found is that unidirectional carbon fiber is the most efficient way to build an incredibly lightweight yet incredibly durable hockey stick. What you get with unidirectional carbon fiber is that all the fibers are running in the same direction. That creates a lot of elasticity, so that's what provides that great flex profile that you get with our sticks. On top of that, when all the fibers are running in the same direction, it also creates a lot of added strength to the stick. So the end result is that we can bring a really lightweight stick to the market with no risk of durability issues. And again, because we use it as a way to describe the visible materials that you're seeing, throughout the blade of our sticks, we use different weaves. So some sticks have a 25K weave and you'll see minimus carbon 25. And on other sticks, we may use a 6K weave and you'll see that we refer to it as minimus carbon 6. It's just a really nice, clean way to be able to discuss and highlight the actual visible materials that we're using to build our hockey sticks.
There's got to be a lot that goes into making a great hockey stick. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it really is. And it comes from a lot of time and effort spent by our team on the design and development side and our teams on the sales and pro services side. We have the best sales and pro services teams in the world, and these groups of individuals bring us hands-on access to NHL players as well as end consumers. Having this kind of access helps us bridge that gap from NHL all the way to a kid getting ready to step out on the ice for the first time. So all those features that the most elite players in the world are getting, we're also bringing them to a retail level.
That is a lot of people and a lot of hard work. It takes everybody to make a great stick, Rob. Thanks for that rundown. Now let's talk about helmets and what is new for 2022.
New for 2022 is our Covert CF100. This helmet brings together the ultimate in personalized fit and protection, combined with the look that players want to have on the ice. The CF in CF100 stands for custom fit. And what I mean by custom fit is we have two parts inside the liner of this helmet that are actually removable, and you can heat them up and custom mold them to the shape of your head. So in the very front of the helmet and in the back of the helmet, there are two custom fit inserts that you can remove from the helmet. You heat them up either in a skate oven or in your oven at home for just a couple minutes at a low temperature. After heating these inserts, you put them back in the helmet, adjust the helmet so it's snug on your head, and leave it on for 5 minutes or so. And the result of this process is that those parts will custom fit to the shape of your head. This is something that will also happen just in the natural process of wearing the helmet from the heat that comes off your head while skating. What I found while wearing this helmet was, first, it was incredibly comfortable as soon as I took it out of the box and put it on my head. Then it was even more comfortable when I heated up those two parts and went through the custom fitting process. Then, over the next 2 or 3 uses, it got that much more comfortable due to the parts continuing to take shape. The other major added benefit to these custom fit parts is protection. Protection in a helmet starts with fit, and to have a helmet that you can custom fit to your head means that you have a helmet that is going to be truly protective. Now, what adds to that protection of the helmet are a few different things. This helmet also has an EPP liner throughout. That's there to protect against those major hits. Whatever it may be, the EPP liner takes those big impacts and disperses the energy through the rest of the liner to help protect your head. EPP liners are also designed to rebound from impacts, so that means that this helmet holds up against multiple impacts. We've also added our impacts foam into key areas. So what you'll see in the sides of the heads and in the temple area is actually our impacts foam, which is going to provide that much more protection against those hockey hits. Finally, with protection, we look at the shell, and the shell plays a couple roles. One, the shape and geometry helps to disperse those impacts of any sort of hockey hit, meaning elbows, shoulders, boards, the ice, whatever it may be. The other important aspect of the shell is that it needs to look good, and the shell on the CF100 definitely passes the mirror test. The first thing anyone does when they put a helmet on is they go find a mirror and make sure that they look good. We all know at the end of the day, if you don't like the way the helmet looks on your head, you're probably not going to wear it. And so with the CF100, we wanted to make sure that we had a helmet that not only is comfortable and protective, but it also looks great while wearing it. The shell is a traditional two-piece design. It has snap flaps on both sides, and when you flip the snaps open, the shell is able to be pulled apart some and squeezed back together to help the adjustment process. Finally, when you look at the shell of the CF100, you'll notice the strategically placed cooling vents. This integrated vent design made to draw in cool air through the front and push the warm air out of the back of the helmet to ensure a nice, comfortable temperature inside the helmet at all times.
The CF100 is an exciting addition to the helmet category. I've noticed Warrior helmets more and more over the last couple of years. What has led to the success in that category?
A huge part of our success in this category is our Alpha 1 Pro helmet. This is a helmet that's been in our lineup for a couple years now, and I feel it's really important to reiterate just how great this helmet is. We are seeing so much success, not only at amateur levels and in retail, but you're seeing this all over the NHL and all of our pro leagues, really. Not to mention the usage by all our NHL referees. This helmet is getting so much exposure for us and is leading to great demand.
What about gloves? Where should we start for gloves in 2022? What's new with Warrior?
With gloves, just like with sticks, 2022 brings us our new QR5 line of gloves. This glove line is something that I'm incredibly excited about. The fit and the feel are better than ever before, and we have completely redesigned our fit for the Covert Taper Fit 2.0. This glove fits snug through the sides of the hand, across the top of the backhand, and we've really tightened it up considerably in the wrist area. This glove fits so naturally. The break patterns in the backhand and in the fingertips, combined with the brand new shape and fit of the glove, provides a product that flexes as if you're not even wearing a glove. It's so natural, whether you're catching a puck, gripping a stick, grabbing a jersey, whatever it may be, it's almost like there's not a glove on at all. Another feature that really adds to the fit and feel of this glove is a brand new liner. We have a plusher liner than ever before. Again, this creates a slightly more snug fit inside the glove. But being even more plush fit, it's so comfortable. It's like you're wearing a pillow. So not only do you get all that control of a glove that fits a little bit snugger, but you're getting all that added comfort too, which is a huge feature on this glove. The Covert glove has a higher cuff than our Alpha glove line does. This provides a lot of protection, but with the AxiFlex cuff design, there's also a lot of mobility, so you get a ton of range of motion in that wrist area. So it's not just about protection, but it's also about mobility. Another enormous feature of our gloves in general is our butter soft feel. And what butter soft feel is a combination of our stretch materials throughout the backhand and fingers and our stretch gussets, as well as our AxiFlex thumb. You can take this glove from the shop directly to the rink and go straight into your game, and you're ready to go. The break-in process is almost non-existent with our Covert line. The fit and feel of our gloves has always been elite, and in 2022, that fit and feel has been taken to the next level, and I absolutely cannot wait for everyone to get a chance to put their hands in the new QR5 line of gloves.
Great new equipment. Very cool. Thank you, Rob. Next up, we have Kirk Allen, Warrior Goalie Product Manager, who is going to tell us about the new Ritual products releasing in 2022.
Hey Billy, goalies around the world have a lot to look forward to in the spring of 2022. We'll be releasing the next generation of Ritual leg pads and gloves, the G6, as well as the newest M-Series stick, the M2.
All right, Kirk, pretend I'm a new customer, a goalie looking for new stuff. I hear you guys have a new line called G6. Let's start with leg pads. What's new there?
Ritual leg pads have always been known for their fast sliding characteristics, but for 2022, we took it to the next level. G6 leg pads now feature AirSlide 3.0. Without question, this is the fastest sliding Ritual pad to date. We've redesigned channels in the shin to make it even easier for snow and ice that piles up in the crease to travel through the shin area of the pad. In addition, we've added polycarbonate knee plates to the landing area that quite literally will launch your slide to speeds you've never been able to reach before. Whether it's a 2-on-1 or a backdoor scenario on the power play, you'll be getting to shots you wouldn't have been able to get to with the AirSlide 3.0. Now I will say the increased slide speed is astounding, but if you think it's too much speed for you to try to harness, we made the plates easily removable. For any goalie looking for excellent slide, Ritual pads have always had. I'd also like to add AirSlide 3.0 will be featured on all senior, intermediate, and junior leg pads in 22.
All right, for all the goalies out there who really like to get technical, let's get inside the pad even a little more. What else is new?
Inside the pad, we've stiffened the core, which produces faster rebound speeds and increases the leg pad's longevity. On the back of the pad, we've designed the shin cradle to contour along the front of your leg. This gives the goalie more connectivity with the pad and a quicker rebound speed as well. There are more strapping options than ever before. By way of a new adjustable top calf strap, additional leg channel openings for a variety of configurations, as well as the ARS toe strap now having an adjustable tension setting too. It's important that goalies can dial in their strapping just the way they like it.
Got it. And are there going to be updates to the G6 junior leg pads as well?
The most noticeable change to the junior leg pad is our new sizing offering. We've received excellent feedback from our retail partners, goalie coaches, and parents that a slightly wider pad would be more proportional to goalies at this age. Key feedback also included the desire for a new 30+1 junior leg pad height as well. So for G6 Junior, you'd be able to get 30+1, 28+1, and 26+1 in a 9.5-inch width. I'd also like to add this is the first time we've released a junior leg pad with air slide technology.
Now on to new trappers. Warrior has 2 of them coming out. What can you tell us about each one of these?
So the direction of these 2 trappers evolved from in-depth discussions around the types of coverage a goalie would prefer from their trapper. In simplest terms, the G6 is a wider catching shape, whereas the G6.1 is an elongated catching shape. The perimeter dimensions of the G6 extend at the goalie's thumb, while the perimeter dimensions of the 6.1 extend at the fingertips. The G6 has a silhouette of a very round circle, and the 6.1 construction creates more of an oval shape. It truly boils down to what shape you're most used to now, or which shape you think would help you get more coverage based on your catching style.
Very interesting. How would you compare these to the previous trappers?
Essentially, if you're a goalie who has used the G3, G4, and G5, then you'll feel right at home in the G6. If you're coming from a GT2, the new 6.1 will be more familiar to you. Both trappers will feature AxiFlex T constructions for excellent stopping power. Some of the other differences between the two is that the G6 has a removable liner, whereas the 6.1 has a fixed liner. The 6 comes with the stock single T, and the 6.1 comes with the stock double T.
What are some of the similarities and differences with those 2 pieces? How would someone know which blocker would be better for their game?
Just by simply looking at the blockers, you'll notice the primary difference between them is the shape of the blocking board. The G6 has a 20-degree board curve, whereas the 6.1 has a 35-degree board curve. From that primary distinction comes unique performance benefits to each of the blockers. For example, with rebound elevation, the G6 is more likely to deflect rebounds high into the glass, while the 6.1 is more likely to deflect them lower and towards the corner. The thicker G6 board provides maximum rebound speed, and the thinner board of a 6.1 still will produce a high rebound speed. Coverage of the G6 presents a larger surface to the shooter, and the more curved board of the 6.1 prevents pucks from skipping over the blocker. The G6 is a really lightweight construction, but the 6.1 is a thinner board and has an ultra lightweight construction. Lastly, the open cuff design gives maximum wrist mobility on the G6, and the curved thin board of a 6.1 provides maximum mobility in the paddle down position.
Not being a goalie, I never knew there were so many factors in choosing a blocker. You guys at Warrior have really nailed everything a goalie could want between those 2 options. Anything else new on those blockers?
On the back of the blocker, we put a lot of focus on the finger protection and finger mobility. New 3D molded caps give more fingertip protection, and we've added X-foam that surrounds the gusset of the goalie's index finger. These new 3D molded caps are attached so you can easily grip the stick and have a great paddle down seal along the ice. The primary difference between the 2 on the back is just like the gloves, where the G6 has a removable palm and the 6.1 has a fixed palm.
This G6 line of gear sounds awesome, Kirk. Clearly, a lot of thought went into every spec, feature, and strap. I think I speak for everyone watching, and in particular the goalie gear nerds, when I say goalies are going to be all over this line of pads and gloves in 2022. Now let's switch gears and talk about goalie sticks. Warrior has the new M Series out. I want to hear more about it and what the new models are like this year.
The M Series of goal sticks made its debut in 2020. With great success, the M2 is the 2nd generation of this family. This line is distinctly different in the paddle geometry from any other stick on the market. Our minimalist construction drives flex energy towards a low kick point on the goal stick. This makes it easy to lift the puck off the ice and to do it quickly too. This paddle geometry is also a factor to the ultra lightweight nature of every model in the M2 lineup. Each M2 model is lighter than its counterpart in the V2 series, which is our mid-kick construction that provides a lot of power behind shooting and passing.
Got it. Now I've been doing my homework. I know that there are some options, a lot in fact, to the M2 series. What else can you tell us about that?
Yes, so the important things to remember are that we have a Pro Plus, a Pro, and an E Plus, and an E model. On average, there's about a 40 to 50 gram weight difference between each model. Goalies will also see significant weight savings in the Pro, E Plus, and E compared to their predecessors in the M1 line. We've reduced the number of colorways in the M2 so that Pro Plus, Pro, and E Plus, there's just one neutral colorway. In the E model, there'll be 4 different colorways. From a blade pattern perspective, goalies can now choose from our W32, our W33, and W34 patterns in left hand. We've also added W33 in full right.
Thanks for everything, Kirk. Great stuff. Warrior Goalie is set for a big year in 2022. Kudos to you and the team for a job well done. Now, to round out our product presentations, we have Product Manager for Apparel and Accessories, Emily Spalding. Emily, what Warrior apparel will be added to the selection for 2022?
Thanks, Billy. We are thrilled to add a wide range of new styles to our apparel line for 2021 and 2022. Our core and lifestyle lines will have you covered from the rink to the gym and everything in between. Included in our core apparel line are key pieces for teams and programs. The Alpha X Cotton Feel Tee is the perfect mix of performance and comfort. The tee is a knitted polyester fabric, which provides a soft cotton-like feel. In addition, this tee is designed with a raglan sleeve, side seam split, and dropped back hem. The Alpha X short is exactly what you need to pair with the tee. The short is a lightweight woven fabric with a mesh liner. We've also incorporated zippers on the side pockets to keep your phone and keys from falling out when you're at the gym or on the go. Both pieces come in a wide range of adult and junior sizes, as well as team colors. The Warrior Loose Long Sleeve and Tech Tight are the base layer pieces you need to keep dry. The material is soft and super lightweight, and the looser fit won't restrict your movement. The Tight incorporates a deep waistband for comfort and fit, and they're also built with our WarTech technology to keep you dry and comfortable. Now, what's a core line without the perfect hoodie and jogger? Our Alpha X Aspire hoodie and jogger are both built using thermal function polyester and cotton blend. The hoodie incorporates some extra detail in the form of a high collar, integrated drawcord, and cut-and-sew chest panels. The pant perfectly complements the hoodie with matching colors, a drawcord waistband, zippered pockets, and tailored calf panels. Rounding out the core apparel line is the Alpha X presentation jacket and pant. This ring suit provides style with an athletic fit that's right on trend but doesn't lack performance. The polyester shell and mesh liner include our WarTech technology, our moisture wicking system that keeps warmth in while letting sweat and moisture out. We've also added internal zippers between the liner and shell on both the pant and jacket. This opening will allow for easier post-embellishment. Our team performance hats will give your team a uniform look. Made with a lightweight performance material, it's ideal for pre or post-game. The one-size-fits-most snapback construction makes it an easy add for any team or program. The Covert Hybrid Pullover does double duty. This is a great standalone piece that can be worn as a lightweight quarter zip or layered with our polos, tees, or jackets. We've also incorporated some unique details. Additionally, we've added a heavier covert travel jacket to our line. This is the ultimate combination of style and comfort, perfect for travel days. The covert travel jacket provides a more modern look with the insertion texture fabric in the main body of the jacket. The open pockets and ribbed cuffs and collar keep it athletic but sophisticated. If you're needing something a little bit more professional, the Alpha X Polo provides the same comfort as the tee with a ribbed collar and cuff detail. This lightweight polo will keep you feeling cool and looking classy. Last but certainly not least, we have the 3-in-1 parka. This jacket is meant to be layered up on super cold, snowy, or rainy days, but can be broken down into separate pieces on milder days. The outer shell provides a ton of pocket organization with 2 zippered side pockets and 2 bottom pockets with Velcro closure. Not only does the outer shell keep you warm, but we've also designed a waterproof 2-way zipper and bonded peak hood to keep you dry. The removable inner jacket is padded with recycled polyester fiber and includes our WarTech moisture wicking system. This jacket will have you covered no matter what weather comes your way.
Thanks, Emily.
And if you are in any international market outside of North America, please be sure to check out the full Warrior apparel assortment at warrioreurope.com. Last up in this section of the show is Doug Todd, Hockey Marketing Manager.
Thanks, Billy, and thanks to everyone joining us today. In 2021, our mission remains the same. Continue to expand the reach of the brand as to many hockey players and families as possible in North America. The strongest vehicle we have is our athletes, and this year we were very proud of our presence and exposure we had across North America. In the NHL, our presence was substantial across all product categories. 275 players and 88 NHL officials all used some form of Warrior gear during the 2021 season, including more than half of the goalies in the league choosing our goal stick, not to mention the 600 plus players across the ECHL and SPHL. For our marketing group, it's critical that we capitalize on the assets that we have to drive demand for the brand and product on the shelves. Some of that work came to fruition with the relaunch of Warrior.com back in February of this year. With the integration of Locally on our site, consumers can now research and select the product that is right for them, and then find that exact product at the Warrior retailer that is closest to them and also has that product in stock to streamline the purchase process. Warrior.com is only one piece of the puzzle. It's just as important that we continue to plan and execute media plans that widen our reach and ultimately acquire new customers. Additions like NHL.com, NHL TV, and Sportsnet are important for growing our reach, but we aren't stopping there. Consumers are living in new digital spaces, and it's critical that we continue to test new opportunities. Beyond media, creatively, we also need to be strategic with what we produce. It's critical that we develop content that is platform-specific, that balances education and entertainment. For the 2021 iteration of the Ritual Goalie campaign, we introduced a fresh look to campaign and product that had already been in the market. To date, this campaign has garnered over 6.8 million impressions, over 230,000 video views, and has driven more than 6,500 clicks to retail sites. Another exciting addition we made this year is an in-house photo and video studio. With this new capability, we're able to produce custom assets for retailers, as well as enhance the brand assets that we produce on our own. When you need specific Warrior content, please let us know how we can help. The other key launch for 2021 is our new line of Alpha LX Pro sticks. To bring this campaign to life, we've again partnered with the NHL and licensed highlights of some of our best Warrior athletes to feature in our video campaign. The excitement of these players not only fuel an excitement for the LX Pro stick, but also support the overall brand message that Warrior lives within the elite names of the game. Lastly, while we spent a lot of time talking about the role of digital content and media, we understand in-store experience is equally as valuable. We will continue to be committed to working with all of our partners to enrich the Warrior footprint and continue to expand our offering and welcome the challenge of developing custom displays, fixtures, or anything that positions our brand to sell. Again, thank you all for your time today and your support of the Warrior brand. Back to you, Billy.
Great info. Thanks, Doug. Really appreciate it. Now, coming up, we're going to do something a little different here. I'm going to be joined by Chris Jenkinson, Larry O'Donnell, Dan McCrones, and Pat McKinney. We're going to put the guys in the hot seat a little bit, and we thought a roundtable discussion would best serve the audience and give them a chance to hear these guys weigh in on a few topics related to the current and future state of Warrior. I'm going to ask these guys some questions, and I will leave it to the group to provide some thoughts from their own perspective. All right, as promised, we wrangled these guys up and we sat them down, maybe even gave them a little makeup. Shh, don't tell anybody. But you want them to look good as we talk about Warrior, right? And the brand. So let's start here with, I think, what's an obvious first question. And every one of you are going to get to answer this. We'll start with you, Chris. What makes Warrior and the brand so unique?
So we're a wholesale partner to our retailers. We provide great product, great service, and create the demand for that product in the marketplace. And the key is that we keep it in our warehouse for retailers, and we don't sell it direct to consumers.
Very cool. All right, Pat, from your perspective.
To me, I think what makes Warrior unique is the people. We're still a relatively small business, and we have the support of a huge brand like New Balance, which really gives us the opportunity to bring sophistication in the marketplace from a marketing perspective, but also, the small town company feel that we have.
All right. You're one of those people too, Larry. What makes it unique from your perspective?
We have 30 great sales reps across North America servicing our accounts. As Chris said, we don't sell against you. It's definitely a brand that you want to be with.
And Dan?
What makes Warrior unique is something Pat alluded to, is the people here at Warrior, the will to win every day, and the fact that we make elite players elite product right here in North America. Having a hockey stick factory right here in North America really gives us the advantage and the edge.
That's huge. That is huge to know that the products are here. That is outstanding stuff. Supply chain, obviously a big deal right now. From what I understand, there are some significant challenges within the hockey industry, not just Warrior, but the whole hockey industry with the supply chain. So I'm going to go to you on this, Larry. What can you tell us about the challenges that Warrior is facing, and what as an organization are you doing to combat them?
Right now, across all industries, supply chain is an issue. The cost of containers from Asia, the cost of putting them on ocean liners, backups at the ports, both in Seattle and Long Beach, are very long. Every day we have meetings about how to expedite that product and get it to you. The one thing I can tell you is the sooner you get your order in for 2022, the better.
Are you seeing people get their orders in sooner, right? Have they started yet or not yet?
Not yet. We'll be out showing you product very soon. And in some cases, we'll order before you've ever seen the product samples. But again, I emphasize, get your product orders in on time.
Listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about, right? Better early than late. And now, and Pat, I'll ask you this because this is your gig. From a business perspective, driving consumer demand is critical. So what is Warrior doing to make sure that the demand is there as North America returns to playing?
Sure. So to us at the highest level, we really need to translate our market share at pro to the consumer side and our market share at retail. And the way we do that is harnessing the star power that we have, guys like Leon Draisaitl, Dylan Larkin, and we like to tell their stories along with the Warrior brand and how that brand serves those players.
Can we dive into that just a little bit more? Is there one thing or one or two things that those guys really love it? I asked you earlier what makes Warrior unique to you guys, but what do they tell you that makes it unique to them? Is there something that you can relate?
It's a great question. I think Dan might have a better perspective than myself as he spends so much time in the locker room.
Yeah, we have a dream team of pro reps. Their relationships are fantastic with the players and the equipment managers. And you marry that with the fact that we have a factory here in North America that I spoke about earlier, and it really gives us an advantage. We're able to deliver hockey sticks in 14 working days. We're able to make a player hockey sticks if he apparently might be injured. An example is Tyler Johnson a few years ago in the playoffs. He had a broken thumb. It couldn't get out there in the public, but we were able to make him hockey sticks in 2 days. That's pretty amazing. It's unheard of. We made him a softer flex stick, so he was able to perform at the level he can.
And service is one piece, but we're talking about the best players in the world, and they're choosing our brand because I think we do deliver the best product.
Oh, that's obviously important, right? And trust me, I know I'm down with these guys all the time. They're particular, and so you've got to be right there with them and manufacture not just quickly, but also right. You need to get what they want. Pretty obvious. All right, so you brought up pro. We touched on it with Dan and you, Pat, there. Listen, there's a lot of great players that are using the Warrior brand. You mentioned a couple. And in particular, we saw a bunch of Warrior presence throughout the playoffs that finished, well, somewhat recently. It went long, right? Here's a few players and moments that come to mind.
Here's Marner and Nylander. Back to Marner. And Carey Price comes across. Oliver Point had to go to the backhand. He scored! A power play goal by Braden Point. His first goal of this
sends this back to Tampa. The dive! That is incredible. Can't believe it. What a save by Bennington. Took the step, watched that plant, and then just reached with the stick in desperation. Gets there.
Marchand. He scores! Brad Marchand wins it in overtime.
All right, Dan, well, you've talked about the North American manufacturing, but are there other things, other reasons that why teams, leagues, players, people are picking the Warrior brand so much right now?
Yeah, I think our footprint is a lot bigger than it's ever been before in North America. We've entered into a 10-year working agreement with the ECHL and the SPHL, and that has put our brand in markets, typically non-traditional hockey markets, that has helped grow the brand and the presence. On any given night, we could have over 1,500 brand hits in professional hockey in North America. That's pretty amazing, and helmets and sticks leading the way in those categories. So our brand's become dramatically bigger over the last few years, and it's a testimonial to the product and the people that do work at Warrior. Chris mentioned earlier, we have a small company and a lot of people wear a lot of different hats here. So it's a great place to work. It's an unbelievable brand, and we're going to continue the momentum going into this coming NHL season.
Our size benefits us for being nimble, being able to move, especially in the climate that we see now in terms of a business climate. So I think people, we can react to things and make changes that are pretty necessary to make sure that players and the retailers get product they need.
So I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, but it's easy. Don't worry, no sweating over here. So when you're watching a game and you see one of your, I'll call them brand ambassadors, is that the right marketing jargon right there? I'm going to call him a player that's wearing your stuff, right? But are you specifically looking for the cameras to get in tight on them, show the gloves, show the stick? What are you hoping for? How do you watch a game? Because I know it's different than how I watch a game, obviously, as an analyst.
Waiting for a text. Someone
sends you. It's funny. Obviously you get very excited when you see the brand on the ice. Some of the superstars we have, Leon Draisaitl, Brad Marchand, Braden Point. The list goes on, but I'm also looking at players, competitors' players, and see what they're doing and keeping an eye on them. But we're just extremely proud to see our players and that are using the products, and the amount of players and the quality of player. So I'm looking at a lot of different things, and I'm texting Chris or Pat or Larry, hey, did you see that guy? But we're all in it together, and we all get really excited over it, and we're very proud of it. And we have, as I mentioned before, we have a great team out there in the field making things happen.
Great stuff, and yeah, we're seeing Warrior everywhere. I saw it. I was on the road for the playoffs, and I saw it on a ton of players. But last question now for this group before we let you go, and I'll go to you on this, Chris. Earlier in the show, we saw and learned about the upcoming lineup for player, goalie, and apparel for 2022. So Chris, again, can you touch on what changes or improvements have been made within that group and with those products?
A big part of our brand is about the products and the great products we produce. And throughout the pandemic, our group has been really reactive in making sure that we have the right product launching at the right time. So our big focus this year remains to be stick related. On both the player and the goalie side, we have a lot of new products. On the goalie side, we have a line of product that comes out that's just a revitalization for our assortment. And then when you get into the products like helmet and gloves are two really big categories for us, and we'll continue to launch a new line of helmets this year, and as well reintroduce a new line of gloves. So we're really excited about the hockey equipment in general. Big focus on real sticks and goalie is a 2022 initiative. So
yeah, we heard about that earlier. I mean, it's a ton of stuff going on. Anything else, guys, that you want to share before we
get your order in on time?
And thank you very much for everything that's been going on and all the challenges that have been put out there. So well appreciated.
Everybody's facing them, but hopefully we can keep motoring through them gradually and get back to, I guess, what I'll call somewhat normalcy. Guys, great job. Thanks for joining us here on the. It's on a round table, but it's the dais up here. The count's up here. A for effort. That's the way I'll say it. All right, that's going to do it for this group. But now we have an opportunity to talk with our international group. And Matthias Wolf, Matthias has headed up the international division of Warrior for a while. Let's hear from him.
Thank you for the introduction, Billy. Welcome to our second digital sales meeting and welcome at Warrior's International Headquarters here in Germany. Here in the south part of Germany, very close to the Austrian border, we manage the Warrior business outside of North America. Today, I would like to give you an insight about our business setup and the international organization. While we have the complete logistic and management for all European distributor markets here in Germany, we also manage our direct markets, Sweden including Denmark and Norway, Finland and Germany including Austria from here. The sales force and customer service is based in Markt Oberdorf, Helsinki and Gothenburg. Let me show you around. This is our showroom in Biesenhofen. Here we meet with key account customers, retailers, pro players to discuss business opportunities. But also the internal team is meeting here frequently to discuss strategics and plans. Guten Morgen.
Morgen, Matthias.
Wie geht's euch heute?
Gut, danke schön.
Bestens.
Na, gut. Lasst euch den Kaffee schmecken und einen schönen Tag noch.
Danke.
Here at the showroom, we have all technical tools to do presentations, online meetings and group calls with our colleagues from USA. Like you can see, we are back in business and able to meet again. The current corona situation in Europe allow us step by step getting back to normal business. We are very happy about that. We all know that the last season was a challenging one. Working from home, no possibility to meet face to face, no possibility to see customers other than digital in front of our laptop. That was strange. Now we are back in business, and in the meantime we worked hard to prepare the new hockey season 2021-2022. We never stopped any business process during the lockdown, invested a lot into the logistic, and I'm proud to tell you that we are ready and prepared for the upcoming hockey season. Let's move over to our warehouse where I can give you more information. Behind me you see our apparel, teamwear and merchandise warehouse. This product category is a fast-growing business segment for us and very important for our team business. With the support from New Balance, we created a great Warrior apparel line. All our contracted teams are equipped with apparel from head to toe. The fact to offer high-quality teamwear differs us from the competition and is the ground base for a successful team business. On top, our apparel is used by the teams to expand their merchandise line, and retailers offer the line based on lifestyle to end consumers. Last season our team business has been a bit of a roller coaster, but finally all pro leagues except the International Champions Hockey League tournament finished their season. Our brand awareness in all international leagues been fantastic. Okay, so let's go from the apparel warehouse to the other warehouse to the hard good warehouse around the corner. Come on. Here is our international hard good warehouse for Sweden, Finland and Germany. Approximately 20% of the total capacity we ship also to distributor markets for repeat orders during the hockey season. While the main part from our pro team business is custom made, we ship the stocked hard goods from this warehouse more into retail in our direct markets, but we do stock regular equipment for our pro teams as well. The team business facts are impressive. 6,221 brand hits in the international pro leagues are speaking for themselves. Additional teams all over Europe and Far East. Not only new teams in all those countries, also a lot of contract extensions, making us proud because it proves that our products and service is honored by the teams and business partners. The new team we visited already during the summer camp is SC Bern in Switzerland. Welcome SC Bern to the Warrior family. Beside our well-known stick and player equipment category, I'm sure you recognize the growth of market share in the goalie category. 20% revenue increase in the Corona year 2020. Incredible. Feedback from the international pro goalies is great, and the retail sales out of this warehouse superb. All in all, after a challenging season for all of us, I'm looking forward to bring the business back on ice. We have a great team in place, internal and outside of our organization, with professional distributor partner, loyal retailers, key accounts and pro teams. Everything looks bright. Kids are back on ice, amateurs are skating, and we expect spectators in mostly all arenas all over Europe and international. Let's use this momentum and rock and roll the hockey business. Before I play the puck back to Billy in USA, I would like to thank you all together. Thank you all for your great cooperation and your loyalty into the Warrior brand. Stay healthy, and I'm looking forward to see you soon. Back to our friends from North America. Back to you, Billy.
Thanks, Matthias. It is clear you and the international group have made some significant strides in the international markets. Awesome stuff. On behalf of Warrior, I'd like to thank all of you for joining this virtual sales meeting and for your loyalty to Warrior brand as we look forward to the upcoming season as well as an exciting 2022. For now, we leave you with some words from some of Warrior's biggest fans.
Hi, my name is Jay McMaster.
Hi, my name is Tony Acosta. I'm the head equipment manager for Minnesota Wild.
Hi, I'm Ryan Creelan, commissioner of the ECHL.
Hi, I'm Noah Cherry, and I use Warrior because it's very reliable, helps my shot, and it's durable.
I think right from day one, my relationship with Warrior was just all about confidence and what they delivered to me and why they wanted me to be on their team. And as I grabbed their products, I saw why I think they're some of the best.
I use Warrior not only because the product is the best, but they have the best service in all the league. Peter Marshall, Dan McCrones, they're as good as it gets.
Warrior does feel like one large family, everywhere from every employee that works with Warrior to every working relationship they have around the globe. You really feel like part of a small group. So Warrior, thank you very much for everything you do for the Winnipeg Jets.
Over the years, by far, Warrior's the best company for me to deal with. Dealing with John Kirk and Dan McCrones over the years has been nothing but first class. They always seem to put out our fires, and Warrior's I can just say they're the best company to deal with. Thank you.
As we enter our third season with Warrior Hockey as the exclusive supplier of on-ice equipment to our players, we continue to embrace the relationship as our representatives supply us with first-class service and work to provide our teams with the most advanced equipment for our players' safety and comfort. As we prepare for the 2021-22 season, we know that our teams and players will be ready to take the ice in their Warrior gear for top performance.